Hi. Hello. Um, Not gonna lie to you guys. For some reason, when I recorded this game as I live commed it, um, I didn't hit the end record button. So I had a 5 hour long video that would have shown off footage of someone else's Let's Play. So yeah, that was a big no-no. Yeah, so I should have not done that. But I honestly don't know why I feel like I hit the end recording button. But I guess it didn't. So this unfortunately is gonna be a postcom. We are taking on Carlbot. I kid you not, there's a person that actually has the username Carlbot, completely different from the Gregbot, I guess you could say, that we're using in this league. No team builder or anything like that because I kind of deleted the team and I completely forgot what I brought. So, if I remember correctly, I brought like a bulky Morning Sun, Dragon Dance, Sweeping, Gouging Fire, Nasty Plot, Chopple, Darkrai. I actually brought Grimer because it actually was legit a good mon in this matchup. Because also I was thinking like, there's no way he's bringing Iron Treads or no wait, was it Iron Treads or is it Dragonite? I think if Dragonite was here was actually really surprising to me because I think Dragonite had a really bad matchup personally. Resto, Chesto, Iron Defense, Body Press, Rich Steel, Throat Spray, Noctowl, which is making its debut once again, and a red card Hydropple. I thought that was really cool here. Looking at it now, I had slight regrets on some stuff I've had, and slight regrets on other stuff I had. So let's go ahead and just get into the battle here. Um, he leads off with Urshifu. I'm going to lead off with my Hydrapple. He does reveal to be Jolly on this thing, which is really great. We got a crit turn one, which honestly doesn't matter because that's a Soul Bested Glowking. I go into Collins Boy, the Grimer. I go for a knockoff because there's nothing that really stops me from doing so. I get my knockoff here. Now, I could very well risk going into my Gouging Fire here, but I can't. So I go into my one dude here, go for the Hyper Voice, get my Throat Spray off, and honest to God, I should have Terran. I don't know why I was purposely this Terror for a reason. But I'm gonna Roost here. He goes for the Side Shock, does not do much damage here. I go for another Hurricane, and yes, I do miss again as he Sludge Bombs. And now we're in a really bad cycle here. And he's just going for the Sludge Bomb again. Thankfully, does not get the poison. He goes for a third time, though. And unfortunately, Lady Luck is not on our side because 30% chance to get the poison. And I finally now land a Hurricane, and he does not hit himself in confusion. And Noctowl's going to go down. So at this point, I'm forced to go to my Gouging Fire and click Dragon Dance. And very much so unfortunate situation here. I actually did not have Heat Crash on my Gouging Fire. For some random reason, I don't know why the game did this. Like, I don't know what Shutdown was doing. I don't know if Shutdown glitched when I clicked on Heat Crash or something. It put Heat Wave instead of Heat Crash, which basically meant I couldn't beat the Iron Shreds unless I got like a +5 or something like that with my Dragon Dances. So I was in a very tough position, especially since it's Terra Normal Arcanine, which means it's most likely got E speed. And I'm just going to go ahead and speed this up. Basically, we played a little stally game of wasting his close combat PP. As I'm going to go ahead and warn some back up here. Now I'm at 100% full. I go for the Dragon Claw. It's not enough to Oko through that multi-scale. He's going to click Earthquake here, which is actually going to do a lot of damage here. I'm just going to click Dragon Claw. He's going to sack off the Dragonite, which is really great for us here. Now in comes the Urshifu. We got to play these mind games, and he is going to go for that Wicked Blow and is not going to get enough damage here. I decided to go for the Dragon Claw as he is going to go for that Wicked Blow again. And then again came the mind games here. Based off the damage I was seeing, I think this thing was playing off that it was Choice Scarfed or if it was Choice Banded. Um, I should have Morning Sun though. I should have Morning Sun to see if it was because here's the thing. Because here's right, I think legitimately at that point, Gouging Fire would have won the game. I would have wasted my last Morning Sun, or wait, no, I think it was out of Morning Suns actually. No, actually, no way. I was out of Morning Suns. Never mind. So I was gonna have no choice but to click Dragon Dance and play the 50-50 game Because I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna Dragon Dance like 4 times. I think if he gets me up to like +2 or +3, then he has to consider not clicking Sucker Punch at that point in time. So there's that. Here I go into this. I decided to make the smart play and just click Dark Pulse here. If I had gone for the nasty plot here, that would have been such next level play. But in comes this Glow King here. I'm gonna click nasty plot. This guaranteed 2 AKOs the Glow King now. He's gonna go for the Sludge Bomb and gets the poison. Now, granted, yes, this poison didn't matter because that meant that was going to guarantee knock me out at that range. Again, if I went for the nasty plot on the switch out for the Urshifu, I more than likely would have then been able to two shot this. Depending if he gets the poison again, Urshifu comes in, clicks Sucker. But if this thing does not get a poison off of me, I'm guaranteeing you Darkrai would have won the game. Darkrai wins the game hands down. But I think it was definitely the smart play by me to click Dark Pulse over clicking Nasty Plot because again, if that Urshifu wanted to go for the fighting move, he could have. But I think at the same time he would have died. I think sacking the Urshifu would have been better. Also, the fact that he was Terra Poison on that Urshifu really bites. Because that basically meant my Grimer now actually lost versus Urshifu. But at that point in time, we really look at Grimer's matchup here. Grimer can, if we get rid of the Iron Dredge, Grimer beats this, Grimer beats that now, and Grimer beats this. Like, Grimer was literally positioned, because I was actually rest sleep talk with this thing. If I was something like Drain Punch, you know how funny that would have been? Because if I was Iron Defense, fully fizzed up, which I was, I actually think I could have 1v1'd everything on this team. But I didn't think about it at the time, so here I should have made a double into my Hydrapple or into my one thing to constantly chip the thing down. But at this point in time, guys, I'm going to just save you this little speech here. We lose this game. And I think looking back at it now, we lost this game not really because of the hacks from the Sludge Bomb. I think we just kind of again. This was kind of a really rough matchup for us, to be honest. Also, that Ice Spinner was a demon play. That was such a demon play. Such as the well, I guess Earthquake also made sense. There was no reason to really play around Earthquakey. But um, if I can be completely honest, also I'm very surprised he just did Earthquake again. As I was saying, I think what really just cost us this game was probably bad prep. Also, the fact that I did not have Heat Crash. If I had Heat Crash, oh my god, dude! I think that not having Heat Crash cost us the game. Hydrapple got another kill though. That's kind of cool. And then we just play this switch out game. I hate when it does that. And then Hydrapple just wins the game. It was a rough loss. It was a rough loss. I won't lie to you. Real quick, let's look at that calc real quick. Gouging fire. If this was my adamant variation, let's just look at this. I believe it was adamant with max attack +1 adamant heat crash versus Urshifu. It was a roll to knock him out, and if that crit still happens, like imagine this, right? If the crit still happens, he then basically it comes down to if I get max roll, right? If the crit happens though, that thing's dead. And at that point, nothing stops gouging fire, and I pretty much win the game. Oop, that's spoiler. Because if we look at Slow King, right, this is a standard Slow King. At any point in time, it was basically dead. He would have to literally regen spam to try to break through this thing and try to stop it. And since he had Thunder Wave, it was Assault Vest. He couldn't Thunder Wave me. He couldn't Chili. He could go back down or anything. I basically had this match won. I definitely think the fact that the game put Heat Crash. Oh, now again, there's a chance that crit doesn't happen again, right? There's a chance that crit doesn't happen with Heat Crash. Now, well, let's just play it off like that happened, right? Let's just play it off like that Heat Crash crit happens. Heat Crash happens here. I'm at 50%. I go to 50%. No, um, I think I actually go from 50% down to 8%. Yeah. Because I Morning Sun. No, wait. No. I think I Dragon Danced again, maybe actually. I think that's what I did. Maybe I don't remember. No, wait, no. I think what happens. I was at 50%. I go for the Dragon Ball, get the crit. He goes for a Wicked Blow, puts me in range of Sucker Punch. Yeah. So if we get to that scenario, right? If he hits me with that, if I get the crit, first off, I set it at 50%. There's nothing he can do to outspeed me. I guarantee knockout. The I knocked out everything on his team. There's nothing he could have done to stop me. He basically would have had to hope for an E-speed crit from Arcanine at that point. Um, and also he would have had to pray that Sinistcha could have been able to break through it. Now with Sinistcha, with him basically wasting all of my things, that also probably was a good play on his end. But also him wasting his close combats were really good. I arguably should have killed that Arcanine so much quicker, and then I should have played. I should have actually made sure I could have played around Urshifu because I could have easily had played around Urshifu constantly for the longest time. Again, like I said, I think we could have maybe made some smarter plays. If I did make that nasty plot call though with Darkrai, I genuinely think we would have won the game because if we look at Urshifu, let's just say it's let me say it's Jolly with Sucker Punch, right? Jolly with Sucker Punch versus Darkrai. Let's just say it's a standard Darkrai, right? Sucker Punch did 26 to 33. So at that point in time, we got the nasty plot off. We killed the Arcanine. We two shot the Slowking. If he gets that poison, I guarantee lives Sucker Punch. Guarantee lives Sucker Punch, and he's forced to either sack something or sack his Glow King to me. He probably sacks off if it's this Hydrapple, this, and this left. He probably sacks off either Sinistra or Glow King at that point, goes then into his one guy, and he prays that he doesn't get a very low roll on Sucker Punch. Because I think we would have been in range of Sucker Punch, but there was a chance we actually had a chance to live. But I think at that point in time, he would have been forced to go for it. And then at that point in time, I do believe then we actually could have then went Hydrapple, went for Earth Power to catch anything, and then we just would have beaten down the team. I think when basically it is, I think we actually would have won this game if I had made some plays right here. There was still a chance we could have lost this at least 1-0 at the very most. So, yeah. At the end of the day, it's what it is. We should have won last week, arguably. We should have won last week, but running max speed. Yeah. But yeah, there were some games we should have won this league. Right now we're 3-4. I think we're either slightly positive or like slightly negative. So like I think we have like a 1-0 or 0 differential or a 0 differential and -1, maybe -2 possibly. We're probably at the 7th or 8th seed possibly. So I guess if some people lose and some people don't win big, we could have a shot to make playoffs. I don't know. The league and like I think the league was fun. The mons we used were fun. I just think and Colin, hopefully you don't take this very much in the wrong way. I think you picked the wrong time to start the league with all your busy stuff happening because now towards arguably that midpoint of the season to now, there's been nothing happening, nothing going on with the standings updated. So it's kind of like I don't know, right? Overall, I had a great time. If we don't make playoffs, I'm honestly not that upset. I, excuse me, I personally loved this team. I have a new appreciation for Darkrai. I think I used Darkrai really well this whole season. I think I used it very perfectly. Gouging Fire, I definitely think I used good. Um, I think there was maybe some times I kind of went not pulled the trigger on it a lot quicker. Hydrapple was awesome. I know Hydrapple really didn't get a chance to show off so much, or I didn't get a chance to really use it a ton. But I honestly loved Terra Hydrapple, and I definitely want to try that again. Noctowl, I'm not gonna lie to you, I did not expect myself to bring Noctowl as many games as I did, but it was honestly a lot of fun. Overall, we got to use I think everything on our team at least once, which is great. Keldeo only came to like one game the entire season. Yeah, that mon is probably bad, but I might get Keldeo a future shot in the future. Who knows? Maybe not. I don't know. But overall, I had a great time here. If Colin hosts a season two, I might come back. I might not. I don't know. And if we make playoffs, then we'll see you guys for playoffs. Also, I hope you guys don't mind that this video kind of went a lot longer than probably expected. I figured I'd give you guys a proper good video, just to make up for the fact that I somehow made this a 5 hour video that I had to delete. But overall, though, I had a great time with this league. I had fun with the mons I drafted. I will never draft Alolan Grimer ever again. He was a one-time thing for this league, and I will try to see if we can use some new stuff and have some more fun. Um, I will also say in this video, I know a lot of you are going to act like I am Bart and you are Homer, and you are going to ragdoll me back and forth around my neck. But there is going to be one more league we're going to participate. However, I'm going to wait to upload that league until we get into the end of August or the beginning of September. That way, one, you guys can actually get a draft league videos that are kind of our somewhat comeback, but also it lets me focus on these games. Unfortunately, they're not going to be postcard. Never mind. I'm going to basically record them and then wait to upload. Basically, breaking the fourth wall how I do this stuff. But I don't care. But I hope you guys will be excited. I'm really excited for this league because it's coming back to a format that we used to do, but it's gonna be what more construct and actually a lot more balance and a lot more fun. I feel like because we're gonna really, let's just say, get creative with abilities. That's your little hint for the next league we're gonna be doing. But with that being said, I think the most of the leagues you're going to see now is from OGDL and JDDL. 50-50 shot we make playoffs in JDDL. We pretty OGDL. So with that being said, thank you all so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. If you stuck around to the end of the video, put hashtag apple. Green apples to be specific, because green is the best color. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace!